Comic book movies are incredibly popular right now, and some of the most iconic characters in Marvel and DC history have been given the Hollywood treatment. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor are just some of the characters who have starred in their own movies, while the likes of Wonder Woman, Doctor Strange, The Flash, and Black Panther will be following suit soon. But there are still countless characters, both heroes and villains, who haven't been considered for solo movie outings that definitely deserve one. It seems like a shame that the Man of Steel, the Dark Knight, the Webbed Wonder, and the Green Goliath have been given multiple opportunities, while other equally deserving characters miss out completely. With that in mind, here are 10 comic book characters that deserve their own movies ASAP. Black Widow. If there's one existing comic book movie character who hasn't had their own movie yet, but definitely deserves one, it has to be Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson has portrayed the character brilliantly since 2010's Iron Man 2, and has subsequently appeared in 4 more movies in the MCU. Natasha Romanoff has such an interesting history, but it's only briefly been touched upon on film. A solo movie would give audiences the opportunity to see more of it, while getting more kick-ass Black Widow action, something nobody would complain about, especially not the guys. The Joker. As far as comic book characters go, there's really nobody more interesting than the Joker. He's the most popular villain in comic book history, and he always gets a lot of interest when he's portrayed in a movie, so why not give him one of his own? The likes of Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger have already played the character, and Jared Leto is set to do so in Suicide Squad, but a movie that focuses solely on him as the lead character could potentially be exceptional. A detailed look into his twisted mind and what drives him to torment Batman could really immerse fans, and seeing him put his intricate but totally crazy plots together is always a treat. If Leto proves popular as the Clown Prince of Gotham, DC and Warner Bros. Should definitely consider making him the lead in a future movie. Dr. Fate. DC movies have yet to truly delve into the world of magic, and although Suicide Squad will introduce the Enchantress to the DCEU, she's hardly a flagship character. Dr. Fate is exactly that. He's the biggest magical gun in the DC universe, and it's a shame he hasn't been considered for a movie yet. With his Marvel counterpart Doctor Strange getting a movie of his own, it's only right that the character who wears the powerful helmet of Naboo gets one too, whether it be the Kent Nelson version, the Hector Hall version, or otherwise. It would surely be a visual treat, just like the Doctor Strange movie looks like it's going to be. And Fate would definitely be a welcome addition to the live-action Justice League. Namor the Sub-Mariner. Namor the Sub-Mariner is a classic Marvel character who has been around for as long as the company itself. If anyone deserves a movie of his own, it's Namor, and it's unforgivable that he hasn't been given one yet. Of course, he was hinted at back in Iron Man 2 when a shield map appeared to show his home kingdom of Atlantis, but the Easter egg hasn't been followed up on. However, now that his DC counterpart Aquaman is getting his own movie, Marvel Studios should follow suit. Namor is super interesting because he's incredibly powerful and his moral alignment is unclear. A movie with him as the star would definitely be unique and well worth a watch. Martian Manhunter. The Martian Manhunter has long been a key member of the Justice League in the comic books, but he's missing from the DC live-action movie universe, which is a complete travesty. He's an awesome character who absolutely deserves a movie of his own, just like other major characters are getting in the DCEU. The character's backstory differs from timeline to timeline in the comics, but he's always from Mars, always has the physical attributes to match Superman, can always shapeshift, always has telepathic powers, and can always phase through objects. He's incredibly interesting, and it would be truly great to see him given a solo movie. Dr. Doom. As far as Marvel supervillains go, there are none more versatile and interesting than Dr. Doom. Fox Studios have adapted the character twice on film already, as Fantastic Four movie villains in each instance, but both adaptations were awful, and Julian McMahon and Toby Kebbell have a lot to answer for as a result. Setting a movie in Doom's fictional home country of Latveria and following his evil exploits as he tried to take over the world would make a fantastic film. He's an iconic comic book character who's a scientific genius, a mystical expert, and a very underrated physical threat, and a movie focusing on a faithful adaptation of the character would be most welcome. She-Hulk. The comic book movie world is desperately lacking in female-led movies, especially female-led movies starring powerful characters, so a She-Hulk solo movie would be a fantastic idea for Marvel Studios to produce. She-Hulk is Jennifer Walters, cousin of Bruce Banner, who developed similar powers to the Hulk when Banner provided his blood for her transfusion after she was shot. It would be seriously cool to see a muscular green female character displaying the kind of strength we've seen from Hulk so often on the big screen. That's really all the reasoning needed to make such a movie a reality. Nova. If Guardians of the Galaxy proved one thing, it's that Marvel Studios can nail movies based on space-based heroes. so a Nova movie would surely be fantastic. The Nova Corps were already introduced in the Guardians movie, but seeing their most famous human member, Richard Rider, starring in his own movie would be great. Such a movie has long been rumored, but it has yet to be produced or scheduled. The likes of Nathan Fillion have been linked to the role, but it would be a brilliant space epic no matter who took it on. Think DC's Green Lantern movie, but if it was actually in capable hands. A truly exciting prospect. Lobo. 2016's Deadpool movie was absolutely fantastic, and the closest thing DC could do to replicate the tone is to produce a movie based on Lobo. The space mercenary and bounty hunter is also known as the main man in the Bowmaster Frag, all because of his badass attitude and huge personality. A Lobo solo outing would be gory, funny, and irreverent, just like Deadpool, and he would be an awesome addition to DC's live-action lineup. The best thing about this is that it's rumored to be in the pipeline. Can you imagine the Scourge of the Cosmos going toe-to-toe with Henry Cavill's Superman or Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman? Harley Quinn. Why should superheroes get all the glory? This year's Suicide Squad will see a supervillain team headlining a comic book movie for the first time ever. But supervillain solo movies don't really happen, and that's a crying shame. Early reactions from screenings of the Suicide Squad movie suggest that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is the standout star. If that's really the case, she definitely deserves a movie of her own. She's a quirky, fun, sexy, and interesting character with a fantastic ongoing comic, so there's definitely an audience for her. And Margot Robbie's star has never shone brighter. With reports circulating that a Harley Quinn movie is in the works, we could not be more excited. Thanks for watching our list of 10 comic book characters that need their own movies ASAP. Do you agree with any of these? Which other comic book characters should be given their own movies? Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos like this one.